One chapter. Huh, a new record. We are in now chapter 500, the big milestone, the 500. It's amazing how a mangaka can reach this far, and Mashima won't be the last. It's a great celebration with 31 pages of a chapter, something that is hyped up so much after the last chapter that feels like everyone has seen a drastic change in the series. So how about this chapter? It was good. The only really memorable moment is the very end of the chapter. There are good parts and there are some parts that you may going to hate this series even further. I thought for this chapter, the action is good. We actually get two kind of fights, one from Natsu and one from Gray. Of course, Gray is going to be the real centerpiece, especially the fact he comes off as a very pissed off guy. And seeing the beatdown from him to Invil was satisfying. And Invil tried to have a comeback, but he just cannot beat this guy. And I guess you could say it's a little bit upsetting that he is another character that gets beat down this quick. And I guess because he's down, it should dispel one of the effects on Mavis, unless I'm getting this part wrong. Action in this chapter, fun to watch. How much Gray has just demolished this guy, punching him, and then the other punch with the Ice Devil magic. It was good. Even Natsu part, even though it falls short, probably because the way how it mixture with the conversation, which I will get to soon, it was still enjoyable to see how that all goes down. I did think that the art in this chapter was pretty good, you know, with the whole showcase of the actions, the whole double page, the whole like dramatization of seeing one guy just beat the hell out of him, or the way how the guy wants to stay his point that his guild is going to be the superior one, is going to win the war. The whole bickering between Brandish and Natsu's can be a mixed feeling, but if I were to say the positive side, I do like the setup that's going to happen. The setup seems intriguing with Demiria now knows that Brandish is a traitor, and she's going to probably steps in, or she's going to sneak and wait until the moment happens where Brandish is off guard and Demiria is going to kill her, or maybe there's something different will happen. But Neidhart is just a distraction. It seems weird to have Neidhart out of all people to go against them. He has these Historia troops, so why go over there and risk all that and lose like all the other guys, especially with the other guys is taking down other the Fairy Tail members, which by the way we have seen more of action from a Fairy Tail member guild. And even the Sabretooth one, most likely a lot of them are probably going to end really fast in the next couple of chapters. And the last part of the chapter, which is the main treat, is the fact that Gray has now officially found out that Natsu is N. And this is something that I've been waiting for to see how it's going to play out. I hope it doesn't cop out too fast. I hope it doesn't leave out that quick. The notion of Natsu being N, and this is something that he really wants to destroy so bad. He wants to do this for his father, he wants to do it for himself. And maybe, just maybe, they might end up fighting each other in more serious way. So that is the real main point of this chapter, which is fine because this is why it's called Fire and Ice. Not only they both have their own action, but this is the moment where Gray has finally realized about Natsu's, which can lead to them fighting each other and a lot of commotion can erupt. Juvia is alive. She did not die. She did not get resurrected. She just brought back on her feet. Now, on one hand, you may see this as a great thing if you're a fan of hers, or you just like a happy moments, and that's fine. However, if you're on the side that you think this feels like a cop-out of a writing, then you may be on the negative side, and I have to drop into the negative side. I'm not really mad because again, I'm used to this thing and don't really mind. My problem is the fact that Ice Lock was determined to be a factor that you have to be lifeless in order to have the Ice Lock unlocked. She's supposed to be dead. I don't know how much can you heal a person that's already a lifeless, but apparently it's easy to be done like that. And I guess this is something that shonen used to like to do. Feels like they're dead and only to get revived, or only to be actually alive just barely. I don't know. I feel like it could have done better, and it feels like it happened very quick. It happened in the next chapter. Look, I'm not a guy who's that hungry for death. I just think at times you can use death for a moment. Instead, it's just a drama piece moment. And I know a lot of people loves those things, but I'm not that kind of guy that just want to do it just for the sake of that. Otherwise, a lot of anime would have a huge free pass. You have to really see how much it's been developed all together. So if it's like something that is really meaningful to have that kind of depth, then it's just something that is very impactful. I'm not really hungry for depth. My only problem is the way how it's cop out to that aspect of a writing. Another problem with the chapter is the whole conversation, the bickering between Brandish and Natsu. Could have gone something interesting, or could have gone something like a neat moment of a conversation. I feel like it became a moot point by the end of the chapter, and I did not like how they just did that just to waste our time. And especially the fact that Natsu has to do that moment to say, look, I'm right, here you go, I just beat Neihard with enhancement. I don't know, I didn't really like that moment too much. I wasn't found it. It felt like a rushed conversation that has no real payoff. Everything else, it's all fine. I did like the whole ending with the cliffhanger with Invel telling Gray that Natsu is N, and now we're gonna see how this is gonna all react and how this is all gonna play out. I guess you could be a little bit upset that Invel got taken out, but I think you might be already scarred to that idea. It sounds mean, but that's the way I see it for a lot of people. I did enjoy that action. I did enjoy some of the moments of that conversation. I like the whole setup that's going to happen and the cliffhanger. The problem is with the Juvia thing being revived, or actually coming back up already. I mean, yeah, she's not 100% healed, but she was never dead. I guess it was better than just have a really BS moment of how to revive her back. It's just the detail where they say you have to be dead, and that you're not dead, then that's fine. So look at One Piece, for example. They actually determined beforehand, you either die or you have to be KO. Lifeless is pretty much dead, unless I'm mistaken with something else. But I think this way how it's gone seems a little bit too drastic to have anything else but dead. I have to say, this chapter, it was good, but it did kind of fall flat, and I kind of wish it didn't happen this soon with the chapter 500. I admit it's going to be hard to grade this, but I guess I'll play in the safe side. I would say chapter 500 gets a 7. Now that we have one problem, and it's the fact that now we've seen Juvia being alive, even though we didn't go to the process of how to resurrect her in a BS way because she was never dead. The problem I see is that people are not going to take death seriously at all this time. So now whenever they see the other moment of somebody getting killed, they won't feel anything until they wait and see what's coming up next. It's something that I was experienced that with One Piece, and it caught on to me, and then that one moment happened. I know not a lot of people read One Piece here, so I won't spoil it. Point is, Fairy Tail has used enough card to make us believe that they are dead, and now we have seen enough. You could try to trick us of having one character actually die. Hope that's the case that Mashima, rather than keep doing the same process, and I hope that's not the case. Even if I like the despair and suffering when it comes to creating the war atmosphere, it cannot try to use the idea that this person died only to not to be dead. It's going to be really forced, and it's just going to lose the value even further. My thoughts are told, don't let yours on hold. Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.